Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. So I almost burned down my van. Yeah, it's a thing. But I'll tell you another thing. I always smell something burning. Like, just no matter what. And just always. Always something on fire. There's all some type of fiery catastrophe brewing that I can smell, and just constant. Anyways, the other night I am interesting. The other night I'm laying in bed and I'm smelling stuff, and I'm just, like, why? What is happening? What is this? So I get up and, sniffing like a rabid canine, and just not having much luck. There's no smell towards the very back. There's no smell up here. I'm hitting it right in the middle, and then I walk around the car. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, man. I gotta get up and go to work, So finally I jump back in bed, and I'm like, what is it? What, man? So now I'm on my hands and knees right here in the middle, and I'm just patting everything. I'm trying to touch everything that's ablaze on fire. And sure as shit, part of the floor was warm, and then closer the rug was warmer, and then the wires to the pick it up. Nope, they're not melting. Ripped them apart anyways. And my eyes are burning. That's why I got out of bed. So now I'm really freaking out, because the eyes are like irritated, and the smell, and just a weird smell. It wasn't really like a plastic burning, and it wasn't like a wood burning. It was just something's not right burning. And anyways, so my water pump from my sink was trying to commit suicide. Well, it actually succeeded. It did commit suicide. And it was just seized. The motor seized. So my pump is the pumps work under pressure, right? They pressurize from the pump to the faucet. They maintain pressure. So when you open the faucet, it automatically flows, and then the flow activates the pump, and then that's how it works. Water going into the pump, nothing. That's just gravity. So every once in a while, you hear the pump kind of, make a little sound, right? Or sometimes it go, that's it. You might hear that once or twice in the course of 24 hours. Anyways, so I assume it probably did that, and then it seized. The motor seized, and that was the end of that. So it had power. It seized any motor that's seized and then still being fed power. And I'm a little mad that there's no like trip mechanism, no diode that can just pop and like a fan. Like, I'll tell you right now, this fan, you jam that thing up, it's gonna die. You know what I mean? It'll hum and heat up, and eventually the resistor will pop. That's what I was trying to say, resistor. Yeah, so no, none of that action. So this thing was hot, right? I didn't touch it. I just, the wood was hot. You can't see. The wood was hot, and I just grabbed the bottle of water, and I dumped it on the pump, and it was boosh, steam and glory and beauty and chaos. None of that was accurate. So I doused the hell out of it, and that's it, man. I've called it a life. That was about 3-4 nights ago or something. I love it when you wake up in the middle of the night and your vehicle is on fire. Your house is on fire. Like, so it's a vehicle transportation for me to have to get up and drive to work, right? I needed to go to work. But at the same time, it's not like a regular vehicle, right? Because it's a house. I spoke about this before. It is your house. You don't have a backup house, do you? Park somewhere? I don't. So it's your house, man. Your house is on fire. People live this life. Really live this life. In apartments, in homes, all across the world. They're in bed, dreaming about some Disney character that they're walking along the shores with. And then bam! Fire trucks and evacuations and all their little toys and possessions and PlayStations are burned up and everything's melting. This is a reality for some people, and it was almost a reality for me. Truth be told, it would have just melted and burned, and it really wouldn't have caught fire to anything because it's bolted in the step and does not, it just can't, because the things and the grommets and... But it would have heated up to a point where it melted the little grommets that hold it in place, and then it would have fell and nothing. However, when your eyes are burning and you can't truly pinpoint, because I'm not a dog, right? I'm not canine, you know? Canine Mattis. I'm not that. So, if you don't know who that is, go to TikTok and look it up. Canine Mattis. Awesome. Let me tell you real quick. So, it's a drug dog, and people are always, sending challenges for the dog to find things. So he grabs a pickle jar with pickles and pickle juice in it. Drugs or scent or whatever in the pickle jar. Close the pickle jar. Put the pickle jar in the refrigerator. The goddamn dog found it in a few seconds. Because the scent was blowing out the back of the refrigerator, so the dog is alerting to the back of the refrigerator. That's wild, man. That's so wild how a dog's scent is crazy. As a human, it's not very easy for us to recognize scent, dog. We can't, And then you think of God. For me, it's like, That's kind of impossible. But then there's a dog's nose. It's like, that's impossible. How do I take, what's the ultimate sealant? Water? How do you take this, right? Sanitizer. Take the sanitizer. Take a little drop of it. And you drop it inside of a pickle jar. Jaw? And then you close the jar. You close the jar. The jar. And then you put it inside a refrigerator, which is already sealed, right? And cold. And it's just... That's so bizarre. So anyways, that's the deal with that. My house almost burned down. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. My eyes were burning. Things were on fire. Lava. Ablaze. This is van life. It's glorious. I love it. Oh my God. So, that's it for this video. But I'm going to start talking about how I'm addicted to living in a van. Not because it's so wonderful and glorious. I mean, the heat's on its way. You see that? 10:56. The heat's on its way here in the desert. The lovely snow up there in Mount Charleston's going to be gone. And it's going to be nothing but just furnaceness. Furnaceness. Morning, noon, and night. Every day. Forever. Well, to the October. And, but I don't care. Like, I do care. I care a lot. It makes me hate everything about every aspect of life. However, oh man, the idea of getting bills and rents and just having like a couple $1,000s to have to pay out just to live in that box. And for me, truthfully, the only thing that, like, I'm looking at apartments, right? And it's like, oh yes, please, I need one. And it's only for internet, man. That is gaming, PlayStation, Ethernet connections, PC, Minecrafting, Discord, zero buffering, zero lag. Just, It's who I am. It's what I am. gamer.